Do you still have cable TV? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. It's channel update time. Mostly because I've been kind of sick again. I got shingle I only got one shingle a couple of weeks ago. I got shingles a couple of weeks ago, and I'll be honest with you, worse than COVID. I have continuing radiating pain through the nerves in my right arm, up into my neck and my chest, and now it has traveled into my right leg. The reason why this is important and why I'm telling you, because normally I don't let you know about my personal life, is that I take a lot of the overflow emails from the business, especially the higher tech level ones, and I can't sit down and type for more than about 60 seconds now, which means that we are unfortunately backed up in emails. As soon as I can, I'll do my best to get back into them, but for the time being, I really can't use this hand much. I don't have much hand strength. I haven't been able to work out. I haven't been able to wrench on my rigs. I haven't been able to do much of anything except for ride around in pain and occasionally get out into the yard and do some weeding, because for some reason, my body likes doing that. But you know what it doesn't like is sitting, typing, or doing literally about anything else. Laying down hurts right now, and you can imagine how that has done to my sleep schedule. Last night, I did actually manage to sleep more than 8 hours for the first time in well over a month, which was great. And I woke up, of course, in more pain than when I went to bed, which was not great. But I did manage to get almost 10 hours of sleep, and that was awesome. I only woke up once at 2:45 in the middle of the night and stared at the stars for a while so that hopefully the pain would go away. But that is sometimes life. I'm still here, and that is awesome. Usually the best part of the day is waking up. So there is at least that. So what do we want to talk about? What's going on? Let's talk about Holmes Hobbies for a little bit. Holmes Hobbies has yet to get the Crawlmaster Minis remade. We did a little redesign so that we would have an onboard BEC. Hey, we got chips, we got MOSFETs, and now we can't get the inductors that we redesigned it for. So we are still trying to get them made, unfortunately. So I do apologize if you've had problems with yours and you would like a replacement and we don't have them because we ran out and we don't have any more to sell. But we are working as hard as we can on that. At least as hard as the factories and part sourcing will allow us to do. So I do appreciate your support on those projects. I do appreciate your patience with those. And unfortunately, it looks like we're not quite over some of the issues that COVID has caused the supply chains. So there's that. But otherwise, we have a lot of irons in the fire. Not going to tell you about a whole lot of them, but we do have a new servo coming out here very shortly, about 4 weeks from today, which probably means it's going to be about 2 weeks or 1 week, or probably when this video is released. And that is the SHV 500 LP, which stands for low profile. This guy is essentially a shortened version of our SHV 800, nice and tiny. It doesn't make nearly as much torque. It's about the same speed, but it is slower than the existing SHV 500 models. The reason why we went for this is so we would have a nice slim model, just a normal, you want to save some weight, you want to use it as an overkill shifting servo, whatever you want to do. But I've been using it in this Bastard Junior and it has been great. Super efficient, really nice servo, really proud about that guy, and it will be available shortly. We'll also have a replacement for the SHV 500 that is a different model, but I'm not going to tell you about that yet, even though it'll probably be released about the same time. But it's going to be a really fast version, you know, the one that's got a little bit longer of a case. It's way faster than what you need and also outputting more power than the old 500s used to. So that's nice. What else do we have going on? I'm thinking about renaming the channel, actually, and that's really what I wanted to talk about mostly on this video, and I just got distracted with other real world things. So I just want some opinions, really. Like, what would you name the channel if you wanted to be unleashed from only talking about business stuff? And that's really where I'm feeling right now, is that I do like the channel as an avenue to tell you about new products, but I can do that without being called Holmes Hobbies, because honestly, I'm a lot more than just Holmes Hobbies. I have other interests, while they are more hobbies. So maybe it is suitable to call it Holmes Hobbies. But just let me know your thoughts in the comment on that. I was thinking maybe John Holmes's Hobbies, maybe the Hobby House, maybe Mr. Hobbies. I don't know, honestly. I'm just kind of spitballing here. I'm probably going to chicken out and not change the channel name, but I'm really considering it, because between e-bikes and gardening, Really, the permaculture stuff, I've been really drawn into more permaculture and gardening and more sustainable practices that we should all be practicing, such as not growing or consuming annual crops like corn and soy and wheat, but going to more perennial crops so that we don't have farms that are retilling the soil every single year, making the soils poor, having to use petrochemicals just so they can grow crops, having topsoil erosion, all the problems with annual crops. I'm really starting to feel that, and all the choices that we make in our food influence the farming industry. So if we chose, instead of, let's say, peanuts, to consume hazelnuts, then we would go from an annual crop to a permanent crop, which will grow for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years before it needs to be replanted. And then we would have farms that would have a lot less problems with erosions. We could have farms that essentially completely ignored spraying with pesticides, with chemicals. If you don't have tilling every year, you don't lose topsoil, you're not losing the nutrients inside there, and you can actually build topsoil. And guess what? You don't have to add nutrients to your soil. And we would just generally, I think, have a society that thrived a lot better. And we wouldn't have to actually have more land consumed for the farms. And I'm totally getting off topic again. But that's what I'm trying to convey here, is that I feel like this channel should be a lot more than just talking about RC cars. There is a lot more out there. There's a lot more to hobbies, and I've got a lot more hobbies than what I even show you on the channel. So maybe, if you're okay with it, we could expand a little bit more, but I have no clue what I would call the channel. So maybe John Holmes's Hobbies. Does that roll off the tongue? All right, so what else? What else do we got? That's probably about it. I am getting a little tired. I'm starting to get a little nerve pain right here because projecting my voice and wearing a shirt is rather uncomfortable. But that is only what it is today, and I'm going to go work outside a little bit, enjoy some fresh air while we still have nice, cool, but not too cold air, because that also hurts right now. Boy, shingles is fun, let me tell you. I'm going to do that just so I can get a little movement in, not hurt so much, and have a little bit of change of the day, because change is honestly a pretty good thing. It's, what do they say? Variety is the spice of life. On the short term during the day, I just call that change. I like to change up what I do. So now I'm going to change it up one more time, and I'm going to say thank you for tuning in. If you do have any comments, do please leave them down below. I want to hear them today. I really do. As always, have a good day.